As a council member, you have a responsibility to watch how taxpayers and ratepayers' money is spent. How would you safeguard public funds?
As a council member, I said we, and when I said we, it takes 4 people to do a check and balance of all money. But what we have in the system in place is to continue to receive finance reports from the finance director and quarterly, and we receive reports from the city manager on the finance status and the healthiness of the city. But we also, since I've been on the council in the last 15 months, we started a finance report on our website. And citizens and anybody can go on there, and we'll still implement that finance. So it'll have a check and balance. People can see where you're spending money. You said that how would I ensure, as a council member, we don't work full time. We have an internal auditor and a finance director that give us the information. And what we have to do is check what they are giving us and validate the information. And neither one of them work for us, they work for the city manager. Their internal auditor work for the council.
What experience do you have in financial management? How will you use that experience again if you're reelected on the council?
I'm glad you asked that. I have a bachelor's degree in business management with 39 hours of management with accounting and ethics and finance. I have 42 hours in early childhood, which is my heart, and I'm a certified early childhood elementary teacher. I'm a retired soldier of 23 years in the military, which I worked in HR for all 23 years from the battalion level all the way up to Force Com. So I have seen the operation, the financial, and the training side. So I'm well adjusted how to track finance and what to look for and how to validate it.
Assuming you and the city have no additional money to spend, what is your plan to attack Killeen's ongoing violent crime concerns?
The first thing you have to do, and we have already started doing, I did 2 community watches. If you didn't have any money, you got the ordinary citizen have to know their next door neighbor. A lot of crime is reported through people that see things. So if you're aware of your surroundings in your neighborhood, you make people aware. And it's simple things that you can do to curb crime by having community forums, getting to know your neighborhood, getting to know people around you with the awareness. But there are some university safety tips that you can do to also curb crime. At night, you should turn on your lights. You keep your garage door pulled down. Anything suspicious, you should always report it to the local authority and the police department. And we have started doing that more frequent in different neighborhoods and with different things. Crime is a unique thing because a lot of time, some crime, from what I have learned being on the council, is connected from other activities. I'm not a law enforcement person, so I don't have a specialty in that. I have the human side of it. So in order to be a good citizen, you have to be very involved in what's going on in your surroundings.
What are your top 3 priorities and how will you accomplish them?
My top 3 priority is transportation, road, water, and sewage. The second one is police and fire and safety. And the third one is finance responsibility. Transportation, road, water, and sewage, and repair, upkeep is a #1 priority in the city. We need to make sure we maintain the roads, and roads that we have that are not maintained up to the standard, we need to get those up to the standard. You said, how would we get them there? one of the things that we as a council, and I said we because it takes 4 votes to get anything passed, and that's a misconception. A lot of people think one councilman can do something. We have to come to a grievance to come up with how to generate revenue that the city manager present to us to fix those roads and repair those roads and to maintain the roads that need to be repaired. You want me to talk about the police and fire?
Please.
Police and fire safety is a #1 priority, and we talked about it earlier in the previous question. You said that's my #2 priority because you always need law and order, and you're always gonna need fire and police for emergencies and different situations. And myself being in the largest district in the city of Killeen, we utilize them a lot, and we have a lot of school campus in this over 54,000 people there. So we understand the service that they give to us as a whole, and they are a vital role in making sure our district and our city is protected. How would I fund them and take care of them? That's another department that don't work directly for the council. Each one of us, the fire department and the police department, they have budgets that they get from the city manager. The city managers looked at those and presented to the council. What we have to do is to be very prudent and be very wise with how we spend the money to utilize to take care of the entire city 24 hours a day.
What would you do to attract new businesses or industries that bring high-paying jobs to Killeen?
Well, being a member of the EDC, the Economic Development Center Committee, Economic Development Committee, I have learned a lot on that. The Economic Development Committee and the Killeen Chambers plays a major role with the city in bringing industry into in Killeen. Now you have to also remember that some of the corporate business come in, they already did their research by population, how many people live here, what's the geographic, what's the pay range for everybody in this area. And our chambers and economic development work with them to get these people in here and move. Now, in the last month or so, we have had the interstate named Interstate 14, Highway 14. That's gonna open the doors for a lot of industry to come in because we'll have an interstate going in and out. That's gonna open a door, and we have made some more improvements to our regional airport. So, and it's gonna come, and it's working. That interstate was a big improvement for us.